Hi, Sherilyn. Hi, Andrea. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is the first initial live for May for Morales. I'm going to show you some examples of kits you can do for that event. Then tonight, I am going to be working on Phases by Yume Art. Because I haven't worked on that one in a while. So, I'm going to flip you around. I'm only showing you the sticker sheet to make this process go a little bit faster. So, here's the first one you could do. Coral by Sarah Mustafa. Because M is is the first letter in her last name. Then, of course, you could always do Maria Abagnale. Guys, I think I own every kit that Diamond Art Club has released by her. Give me a minute. Okay. So I own these three kits. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Diana, and Kind of Magic. And obviously you can do a Michaelgelina kit if you want. This is Melita. So you get double whammied if you have this kit. Because it has the M in the title as well as in the name. Then you have Wolf Season Streamcatcher by Sonova Mister. Where's the other one? I have two of those. I have that one and Wolf Dreamcatcher. I got these because they're companion pieces. Then you have Mandy Manzano. I have quite a few of her images. So, another Sarah Mustafa, Under the Sea. Then we have New York Skyline by Michael Tomset. And last but not least is Aurora Beauty by Deborah Malcolm, because of that. And obviously you can do a Margaret Morales kit if you own a Margaret Morales. If you don't, that was examples of what you can do. I'll show you how far I've gotten on phases. Not very far, but I have all year to complete this. But I have enjoyed every minute working on this image. This square is almost done. So this is as far as I've gotten, guys. I'm loving the blending of the reds. I usually don't go for the reds, but so how I'm doing this, I'm doing a little different this time. So I got to see, do I have my tape? Oh, I do. I do have my tape measure here. Because I want to see so 31. So I'm at 17 already. So 17. So right here is where I will be stopping, and I will flip it. Because this is the halfway point. Pretty close, that's the halfway point. Because 15 would be pretty close to the halfway point. So I'm not off by much. So, because if I, let's look. So, I'm almost 31. So we'll do, yeah. So we will call this good for this side. And then what I'm going to do is see if I can get you over here for a minute. So I've done this side down here already, the bottom side. So we're going to come up here and do that side, and then that side, then just fill in the bottom here. And then once I break this off, we might continue to break it off the rest of the way. Hi, Melinda, how are you? So if you're wondering, this is my lovely, leopard leather works pen. I haven't downloaded the video yet because I haven't been feeling the greatest. So there's that. We're going to work with that pen today. So I just got to fill in this little bit here, which if I'm not mistaken, it is pretty much ABs. I'm going to get a money-made tray here. Doop. Look at gorgeous washi tape there. So it's the glitter drills. These are actually from Mooney Made. Pretty sure. So guys, there's that. So this is the washi tape trick. I just had a tooth pulled today, so bear with me. Oh, I'm going to switch you guys back over for a little bit. I will only do a half an hour today just because of, depends on how sore I am afterwards. So guys, if you didn't know, Mooney Mate's doing an event. It's Mermaid, which I love the title. I'm taking a break from squares for a little bit. Just because I haven't really worked on a round in a long time, so. So guys, I am going to be doing an event. Well, it's a DP along. It's not going to be an event for the month of July. July is the only month I have not done something yet. So, I'm so excited. I decided to do this event because it keeps Curtis Reikovich in that bracket. But it also gets my comic book lovers into that bracket. Or my Marvel lovers, my WB lovers. So, I am going to be doing an event called Heroes versus Villains. I think that's what I'm going with the title. I think it has a good ring to it, which you'll be able to do a Curtis Reikovich, because I'm sorry to say, if there were more female villains out there, I could see his girls being a villain. Yes, All Things Rainbow is in the month of June. So I have to ask you guys, have y'all tried Yellow Dog Designs trays yet? I know there's a lot of creators out there that have been trying them. I've been itching to try their trays. So, give me a minute here while I get out another color. Yellow Dog Designs. You see how I have the washi tape at the bottom here? Well, Yellow Dog Designs makes their trays to where you have a lip here, so you don't need the washi tape. So I am thinking about ordering some trays from them just for that reason. Next up is our favorite ABs that like to still so if you're new to my channel, welcome. And tell you a little bit about this kit. I actually won this a few years ago from Miss Coffee. She wanted a comment, and I won this painting in the comments. So I was so excited. Miss Coffee is one of my all-time favorite YouTubers or social media influencers. I've been doing popsicles pretty much today. Popsicles really help, but it's hard for me to chew them just because so I got my last extraction done today, and it was on this side. Mind you, this side doesn't have many teeth, so it's hard for me to chew. So it's like, oh yay. And this tooth had a very deep root, but my dentist told me that it should heal fine. I told him to send me more antibiotics. So I'm picking that up at work tomorrow. So I told Sherilyn that I'll try. So I laid down for a nap. Guys, I don't do naps. I just go to bed. So I laid down about 4 o'clock. Guys, I did not get up till 8. That is 4 hours. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? If I missed you in the comments, I apologize. Thursdays are always a flop for me. But after this week, I have the weekend off, which is nice. So, which I need that. I need it. I have not been liking my job lately. I actually applied for a new job today because I'm just over it. So guys, I've been working retail a long time. I started working retail when I was 13. When I started when I was 13, I worked at the mall because I was young. My parents let me work as long as my grades stayed in good standings, which most of the time they did. When they didn't, I would, back then, minors could pause their job to focus on schoolwork. So that's what I did. But yeah, I worked for Abercrombie and Fitch. I worked for them for a while. Then I just got so sick of it that I left there, got a job at a water park when I was 16. I didn't stay there very long. And then I worked for Eddie Bauer, which is also another clothing store. And then I worked, give me a minute. When did I work there? I worked there when I was 17. So we're at 18. Okay. So I was actually working 2 jobs by then. I worked at the Sheraton Hotel. I was just a front desk clerk. I worked there till I was 19. And that's when I got the job at Walmart the first time. I got promoted pretty quick when I worked for Walmart the first time. I was a CSM. So, and then I left a few years. I got into the restaurants. I worked for Hard Rock Cafe, as well as KFC and Taco Bell. And after that, I got hired back at Walmart, and now we're at that. So I have had my share of jobs. I tell people that there it goes. If you need to change jobs, just do it. This job, it's taking me a while to even think about it, just because I have been with Walmart 19 years. So you got to think about it. That's 19 years of my life that have been Walmart. I'm just not liking the way the company is going, so I have been looking for other places to work. And guys, I make $21 an hour. So it's very difficult for me to look for a new job. I thought about going back into hotels, because that's where I loved working, was in the hotel chains, just because I tell people, I'm like, it's so laid back when you work in a hotel. I don't feel stressed. I don't feel so. That's what I've been thinking about doing. There are some openings at Holiday Inn. But pay, I would lose $3. I mean, if I can get a job making 19, that would make me happy. But I don't want to start over from scratch, but when you have to, you have to. It's just, I think it's time. I've been doing this job a long time, so oh, that's fun. So, Sherilyn, are you on tornado season? I can't remember. I know Texas gets them. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember. So I have my cleanings for my teeth in September. And my dentist said you cannot miss those cleanings. And I don't plan on it. September is kind of when things get less crazy for me. So, yes, my aunt lived in Dallas, so I've been itching to go to Texas. I haven't been to Texas and it's been a while. Bear with me here. I'm sitting here looking for symbols that are hard to find. So guys, I might be placing an order with Nyx at Nyx's Notions. She has these, I don't know, mechanisms. So all I'm purchasing from her is stuff that I can't find in other shops. I do want to start by getting her putty. She has one of the best putties on the market. Because it's a different consistency than Randa's. And it lasts a while. So Nyx has carousels. They are tabletop. So that they're like a turntable style. But yes, the alien putty. Oh my gosh. So I have two things of alien putty. I have the purple in here. This is the purple alien putty. Then I have the galactic in the living room. I have a question for you guys. So I have a craft table that you can raise up and down. My question is that table able to be low enough for a recliner? Because recliner is where I'm most comfortable sitting. I thought about lowering my craft table to be the height that I can do for the craft table in the living room. This one's fine because it's nice and wide, but it's the right height for in here. So, we're actually going to fill my multi-placer up with alien putty. While we're talking about alien putty. So, the only putties I really use right now is Randa's Crafted Corner and alien putty. Randa's putty has always been one of my favorites. She has been a big supporter for my channel. I am going to contact the shop for these, as I would really like him to sponsor my event for All Things Rainbow, because he does have the galactic version of this. This stuff is very weird. That's what I warn people about this stuff, is that it's not like regular putty. So I kind of stretch it as much as it will let me. Hi, Diamond Queen, and hi, Melinda. Alien putty, if you're trying to get it, you can purchase it from, go on Instagram. He has an Instagram that he has. Just type in alien putty. But, so I actually got these scissors off his shop. I got these strictly for the putty. So, I cut it in strips. Then you just shove it in the placer. So let's talk about, oh my God, what's her name? She's the one that, oh snap, Crafters Old Snap Crafters Cafe. She makes the snap cover minders. She is one of the original ones that came out with the snap cover minders. She also has something that's like glue dots, but not quite. Give me a minute, guys. Wow. She has the glue dots, and she now has what I would call a mecha glue dot. And she said that they use those for the multi-placers. So I have been seriously considering it, trying that out. So this stuff is very tedious to fill. I'm going to full warn you now. It will look ugly. It's not going to be smooth like the other putties, but it does pick up drills in a line. So sorry you don't see me in camera. When I fill this up, I kind of am in my own little world here. So when you do purchase this, watch the YouTube video. He has a YouTube video on how to load it. It is very, very informative, which I love. So it looks like this right now, but then I take my scissors. That's why I cut it really thin. These scissors are really sharp. So we'll try this. See what happens. So it's not great, but it gets the job done. To be honest, guys, I see him making a putty that's going to be more manageable for crafters because, and guys, he also sells diamond paintings, if you're wondering. So, this is what they look like. They slide open when it wants to slide open. That's what it looks like. He has all types of different ones. His first original one he had was the green one because it looked like an alien. But, so there is that, guys. I use that strictly in my multi-placer. So, look for the letter L when my eyes don't want to play tricks on me. Wow. I haven't tried the single placer. I don't use it in a single placer as much because I do like using the blue dots in my single placers. But I do want to try to get the alien putty more. Yes. If you want use out of your tweezers, go buy some alien putty. I'm not going to stay on much longer, because I think I'm going to have to go. And guys, the alien putty, when you do load it, it lasts a hot minute. So I got that a few weeks ago. And I have putty, I have the alien putty in one of my pens out in the living room, and it's still working. That's 2 weeks in. And it doesn't really, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't leave residue on your drills. And it doesn't take the stuff off your ABs, which is nice. So yeah, I'm going to contact him shortly. See if he'll sponsor my event for the month of June. So I would love if he could sponsor it. The only thing I don't like about using the washi tape, because it, unfortunately there is glue on washi tape for the tray. So we're just going to use my tray the old-fashioned way. I haven't dug up my magic one. So guys, I'm so excited to work on my Joker image, because I get to break this open. Because I think I have, yes, I have it in the large and the small. So these will be the trays I will be using for that event, for that. Love this color. This is watermelon sugar, I think. Oh, and also, Yellow Dog's design was all types of extra with their trays. So they have trays that have a color, but in the inside where you lay your drills is white with whatever color you picked. Like if you pick cyan blue for your drill tray, inside the drill, the lines of your tray is going to be that cyan blue, but it's going to have the white inside the tray to where you don't have to constantly keep switching trays. I thought that was the best idea ever. So I am definitely going to be ordering from them. They have an Etsy shop. They are based out of Canada. Oh, so the worst color to deal with if you have a dark tray is black. Black is the hardest color to see in a dark color tray. Like I wouldn't dare put black in this. Yes, isn't this the perfect Joker colors? I am so excited. Because in the month of July, that's what I'm working on. I am going to be working on my Joker image. I am going to try to get at least one painting done for this event. I don't care what painting it is at this point. So guys, I need to cut this off, but before I do, I'm going to peel the gross washi tape up. So now I'm just going to switch over to release papers. Speaking of release papers, I tell you something, guys. My sweet tea. So one piece down. So now I gotta move my stuff for a minute so I can get release paper ready. Bear with me. My shoulder is saying, hey, you wanna... So, and you probably wonder where I applied. I applied at the convenience store today for Circle K. I have one right down the street from me. Guys. Doing this a little different. So, we are flipping this beast upside down. And now, put my stuff back. What I like so now what I gotta do is fill up my plastic here. I'm gonna put down some release papers. Oh, speaking of release papers, oh my gosh, what's the name of her shop? Bees Crafts, Canadian shop. Bees Crafty Corner, that's the name of it. So she came out with new sizes for her release papers. And guys, she came out with my go-to size. I'm so excited. She came out with 3x3 squares, which makes me happy. So this is a 4x4 square, and I believe these are 3x3s, because the only reason I got them this size was because this was a custom order. And now you can actually get them in her shop. So I'm excited for that. So we're going to use my mermaids. But I have more in here, I think. I do like her. I love her release papers. Her frames, on the other hand, I'm not a fan. They cannot stay on the plastic. I tried peeling them up and they ripped. So I'm like, okay, we're not using those. So I will strictly only get release papers from her. I'm trying to get her to make strips, because when I work in big, tall sections, I do the strip method. So, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice one here. See this here? So, strips. Probably wondering what I mean. What you're gonna do is take this paper, fold it in half. Literally just fold it in half. You would cut it, and then you would have 2 strips here. And then just have strips going all the way across. And that's what I mean by strips. Because it kind of breaks down your painting in tall sections. Because I've seen a lot of people diamond paint. So, trying to see where my cutoff's gonna be. That's pretty close. I need to get to 16. Oops. Bring it down a little bit. So let's see if that's 15. Pretty close. Let's do just scales. I love the thick. And now she is just making, she has the option to make thick. Thick release papers, or thin. So the thin ones were probably going to be like Takes a few tries to get the release paper to be cooperative. And then we are going to do one more for here. So now, a minute here, guys. I got to move it up a little bit so I can put guys, I love these mermaid images. I am not gonna lie. So, so these release papers, you don't even have to overlap them. So, this is, I'll show you what I just did. And she also offers big quantities now. So I believe these are the 3x3s. Let's look. Now, just gotta lay it back down again. Show you what I did. So, I won't be working on this row here, but I'll be working on this. You want to border this off. So now, what I like about these release papers is that I can cut where I need to. Show you. So obviously you're not going to lift up the whole thing. So now I'm just going to run my ceramic blade down and do that. So what that created was a flap. So now I have clean surface, and the best part is that Like, if I had this all flipped up, you would have all this sticky. And I don't. So now I just have this release paper, these 8 release papers showing. Now, mind you, you gotta remember. So what I'm going to do, so that I make sure that, so see here, I don't know where the sticky stops. This is when you're gonna flip this up. And you're gonna put your lovely oops. Bear with me, guys. Here we go. And you're just going to put it back down. So I will probably end up digging out another one. So see, now you literally have a perimeter going around it. So what we are going to do to make this easier on us is that we're just going to do this line here. It's all we're going to focus on first, as you'll see what I'm about to do. It's kind of like a this color is going to be hard to see. So the only part you're going to do is this side. And you will see why we're only doing this side. So I got the letter Y. That's it. Next. I know a lot of creators that diamond paint this way. What they do is kind of make a border around the section they're working in. Then they fill it in. But I'm going to show you what I do. And it works fabulous the way I do it. But I don't do it all the time. So this is number 9. You're literally just going right down the line. So another way you can do this is only do half of it. Like some people stop here and just work their way across. I'm not doing that because I'm going to show you my trick. step, we're going to do the hashtag. I don't do this so frequently because it does take time. So I am placing another order with Bee's Crafty Corner for release papers. I do want to see if she can make me some Joker themed ones. I think that would be neat. So now we're going to do dots. I'm not, some of these I'm not taking out just because there's only a couple. So now remember, I'm upside down. So you remember. There's that. And we got the little triangle, which is this one, I think. Yep. Trying to pick one up. We're almost done with this part of it. Like I said, I don't do this often. I just usually work on the kit and be done with it. We got the 2 R's. This I have to kind of I will show you guys how to load up the single placer with Alien Putty. So easy. There's that. So only 4. Then we'll be done. I like these types of sections just because it's just enough for me. So I finished this border here, besides that one at the bottom there. So I'm going to show you why I did it this way. So I've completed this border here. Now, see this release paper here? We don't need that anymore. So now you just take that release paper, peel it up, lay this back down. And now you know where your end is. I actually learned this from cross stitching cross stitching, this is how I used to cross stitch, was I would do a outline of whatever I could on a cross stitch pattern. So I call this your sacrifice release paper. Just set it aside. You'll always need that. So then you have that one R there. So as you're filling this in, this will fill in really nicely. But yeah, there's some people that will literally do the whole entire outline of their section first, then fill it in. I know many people that do it that way. Yeah, those sheets, guys, I cannot. So I did both. I did counted cross stitch as well as regular cross stitch, as stamped cross stitch. So I tell people, if you're new to cross stitching, start off with stamped cross stitch first and work your way into counted cross stitch, because especially if you've never done a cross stitch before. So I'm going back to the letter Y. Stamp cross stitch, I call that a beginner version of cross stitch, and that's what I started out with. So I'm going to show you another hack I do. Oops. So I'll have to get you down in the goods for a minute. So this is my symbol I'm working on, and you're probably wondering why I'm working on this. So see how this letter Y goes all the way pretty much across? Don't try to reach with, if you think your arm's going to be in the sticky, don't reach that far. That's why strips would work better for diamond painting. So what I do is I take that sacrifice release paper and I break it down. So what I'm going to do is lay my tray there. And also, it's a good spot to put your tray, especially if you lay vertical like I do. I cannot do the other way because my hands aren't built that way. So what I do is I do colors and work my way up, fill this all in, remove this, continue on. Sometimes I don't even do this section. I move on to the next square and I cover that section up, then diamond paint this section, because I prefer usually going this way versus going the other way. But we're going to do it this way. Made it almost to 90 minutes. I'm very impressed with myself. But definitely going to be taking some ibuprofen before I go to bed, because my mouth feels like vomit. So guys, I'm going to end it. So I will keep you updated on the grand prize giveaways. I do plan on telling you guys who the winners are sometime this month. So I will get those sent out as soon as I can. So guys, always, always, always stay safe. And always remember, love yourself, love each other, guys. Happy dime painting, guys. Bye.